Hello everyone, welcome back to A Man Manga Boy. Read some manga reading log. We got 2, we got 4, we got 6, we got 8, we got 10, we got 11, 12. 12 volumes. Oh my goodness. It's the usual amount. Just what you guys have always wanted from me in life. So, let's start here off the top. We've got Fate Grand Order, Volume 2. So this is going to cover the entirety of the Joan of Arc, get it? From Orleans. However, it doesn't cover all of it. It gets to the point where they are ready to make a counterattack, I'll say, without giving too much away. Is it still worth it without 3 coming out to English? I mean, yeah, if you like the game, or if you like the special / movie, I don't know which it truly was. You know, it's a pain that it's not complete in English, or at least at this time not planning to be. I think it will be at some point. I do really like the Joan of Arc character design, and I love her weapon. She's a very cool character. She turns into a dragon in this one. Well, her evil form does. Very neat. She and her cat. This is by, Makoto Shinkai. He does the story. It's okay. I don't really know exactly what's going on in this woman's life, but it seems very depressing. And then at the end, something resolves and she's happy. It's all told through this point of view of this cat, mostly. There are some few shots, like, that are kind of told through an omnipotent kind of way. Like the cat's not anywhere in the room, nor could the cat possibly be there. But very few scenes of that. It's not much at all. Mostly it's just about this cat as she watches this woman through life. That's the cat right there. And she starts off sad and ends up being not so sad by the end of it. It's a pretty good read, but I really think if you like this manga, or not sure if you'd like it, I would give, A Man and His Cat a read. I think it's a much better version of this. I mean, maybe just because it's got a man in it, I can relate to it a bit better, but, I doubt it. I think that this is the inferior of the two. But I'm not sure when this came out. I think that this is the predecessor to A Man and His Cat. So, although I think A Man and the Cat is a, better story and a better series as a whole at this point, I do think that this is probably one of the lead inspirations to it. I could be completely off on that, but I mean, the title is just too similar for me to think that it's not. I mean, and even the stories, like, about the cat, not the plot, the concept is also very similar too, so, it just seems unlikely that it's not related. Infinite Dendogram Volume 3. I loved this volume. Oh my goodness. This volume was amazing. Definitely, look at this. That's a Bahamut from, or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called from Berserk. It's right there, okay? There it is. This series shows us the end of the Necromancer. We finally beat the Necromancer up. We get some cool gear from the Necromancer. We learn a little bit more about these warring nations and a little bit more about the brother. We get some insight to, potentially this is a real world. This isn't just a game world. And so I'm really liking the direction this is going. We have some awesome fight scenes in this. I can't wait for the next one. I really enjoy it. We also get a backstory on the brother and the main character from the before times when he was just a young little boy. But yeah, give this a read if you guys aren't reading it. I feel like if you get past the first omnibus, it's okay. The second one's good. The third one was great. It's steadily getting better. So if you even thought it was just okay, keep reading it. It will blow your socks off how good it gets. Unlike, and this is just my favorite thing of the week. Time to bash on Attack on Titan before the fall. Didn't really like this volume that much, just like any of them. This is largely a flashback. No, sorry, this isn't a flashback. This is largely a continuation after the assault, I guess we'll call it. And Charlie gets kidnapped, and she goes and fights Angel. Angel starts up a flashback towards the end of it to tell you how his adventure went. I, again, didn't really enjoy it. We don't have much of our main character, Kuklo, or his best friend, and honestly, those two characters are probably my most enjoyable people in it. I really don't like Charlie or Cheryl, whatever, and Angel kind of sucks too, you know? He really is just a whiny guy, whiny old man. He drinks all day. I mean, so what, man? I get it, you're living the life. You get to drink all day and work on metal. Damn. Like, you don't have to brag about it. Rude. We also continue on the flashback in this volume. We see how his love interest passed away. At the very end, Kuklo, whatever, however you say his name, comes back into the story. Thank goodness. But, you know, at least I didn't find any glaringly obvious, what's the word for it, inaccuracies or discrepancies between Attack on Titan and Attack on Titan Before the Fall. I do think it's odd that, like, the, you know, Historia's family's not involved. The Rice family, or Reese, I forget how to say it, they're not in it really. There's no royal family involvement, and, you know, it's just kind of, like, obviously they didn't have all the story details, you know, it's very clear, which is too bad, because I feel like it would really be a better story if they had that detail. But whatever, what can you do? So this, we've got Zatch Bell, volume 24. Now you know I love me some Zatch Bell. Okay? So 24 kicks off the Faudo kind of battle line here, okay? So, well, it doesn't kick it off. It kicks off like Kyo, I guess we can say. It kicks off Kyo. Kyo's out of it, and we have to, you know, battle Faudo and get to the control center without Kyo. You know, Zeno has taken over. Momon is the team leader now, so we gotta trust Momon. And we got some sweet new spells as well to test out. We also find these really, really cool fights here between Alishi and, I can't remember this guy's name, but the shadowy guy that's like his rival. That was sick. I love seeing, you know, Alishi's Momoto turn into this really cool monster berserker thing. I don't really know how else to describe it. But Ria really just transforms, and Ponygon goes to town. I love Shudoroku. I don't know exactly how to say it because it's a made-up word, but it's really cool. We also get to see a little bit into Ted, and I love these two. Pori, or whatever, Pappy, whatever she calls him. And those, you know, I didn't really like them at first, but I'm starting to like them more and more now. They are really gag characters, and they're assholes. But, you know, I'm starting to really enjoy them quite a bit. And I really like that Ted's back in the picture. Now, this volume, you can see who's back in the picture here. And yeah, that's Barry. That's right. Barry is here, and he's ready to go. We also get to see this nice little wrap-up between Ted and, what's her name? Sharish? I can't ever remember her name right. Sharish, they get to bury the hatchet there. And we also get to see Barry versus Keith, something that they were hinting at way back at the beginning. I love Barry. I love the way Faudo runs with like a rocket ship. Whee! Through the ocean. Very cool, very cool. And Zatch is getting frustrated because Zatch can't do anything without Kyo, really. I mean, yeah, he can fight a little bit, but he can't use his powers. He can't fight to his fullest. We also get to check up on Arth and Ponygon. Now, this is the last English volume, so if you are only collecting the English and you don't have any way to read Japan's, you know, remaining of the story, you are not going to see the conclusion of the Faudo arc. In fact, you're not even going to see the conclusion of all the battles that have been started in this volume, which is too bad. But, of course, I've got volume 26, the official English release, as close as we're going to get anyhow. I can't imagine anything getting much closer than this one, since legal reasons. So, what do we have here? We have Zatch and company getting all the way up to the tower, and they have to take out all of the remaining Momotos that are teamed up with Zeon. And, you know, we get to see some really cool fights here. Contra is fighting around. That's sweet. We get to see Taya and Ponygon fighting. Meanwhile, Zatch can't do much of anything. We also get the wrap-up fight between the Ice Horse and the Sword Guy, Arth. Those are really cool people. Taya really gives it her all. You can tell she's covered in blood, dirt, grime, etc. Very cool to see Rideau fight as well. He's a hard-working fighter. Does an awesome job fighting. I loved it. And also, you know, who could forget Momon? Momon going to town on Rideau. I really enjoyed seeing Momon step up to the plate. It's not often we get to see Momon do that, but boy, do I love to see Momon do stuff. Boy, oh boy. Then we get to volume 27. You can probably guess what happens in this volume just by looking at this cover here. Zatch versus Zeon. And look at that. That is a sick panel. That's not even the coolest one in this whole volume, I'll tell you. They go intense. We've got tons of new spells from Kyo and Zatch. Kyo, of course, being awake now, he has a full stock of willpower, or whatever it's called, heart power, power from within. We get to see a sick Bowserkerga hand and a yo-yo, electric yo-yo, fight off against each other, and a few other spells I don't want to spoil here. This is an excellent fight. I really loved this volume. If you guys are fans of Zatch Bell, I have to say you have to get past the English releases because, man, it gets good from there. Speaking of good, Tokyo ESP is starting to wrap up. We find out that Zusu is not who he says he is, but he also is who he says he is because he never really told a lie. We get to see the planning going forward for how to stop the current crime syndicate / plot to get the Ark and what that plot is. Things do seem a little bit rushed. I have a hard time remembering all the new characters' names, but I do still really enjoy this story. It's really cool to see everybody kind of coming together, and starting to fall apart before their onslaught or assault onto this company or crew. Yeah. We get to see a lot of cool people in here that have been hinted at but not shown until now, and we get to see some pretty cool fights. This Puppet Master guy is very weird. I don't really know much about him, but still, very cool read. Tokyo ESP is a great series, I have to say. This is the penultimate volume, so 8 is the last one. We get to see our teleporting girl versus our main girl Rinka here. Of course, they're fighting for Azusa's love. But yeah, so that is that. That is all that I read this week. Please let me know what you read in the comments below. Did I convince you to read anything cool? Or anything you want to share with me in the comments? I greatly appreciate it. I love to see what you guys are reading. It really makes me kind of see how out of touch I am sometimes. And sometimes I find something out new that I've never heard of before. And also, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're getting super close here, and so I can't wait to hit this goal. And we'll see ya next time. Bye-bye.